Dear friends, welcome to my video. In this video, we'll see how to convert an image file to bytes array in your Android app Java code. So let's begin. We create a new app saying image to bytes array and click on finish and wait for the environment to load. It may take a while. The environment is loaded up and I have also started my military in parallel on the right hand side. Before we continue, what I'll do is I'll make sure that we have the required permissions in defining the manifest file. So I'll give the permission to read media image is permission, and I think I can minimize this. Yeah, I think we may have to give the permission to make it a user selected part. Yeah. Now I'll go to the Java code and first I'll make sure that I take the permission from the user of the app. I request a permission for this particular read media image permission. So new string read media image. I'm not sure. Okay, there is some spelling mistake probably. I'll go back quickly to my. I think this is correct. So I'm not sure why it is not. So me to press Alt Enter so that it can include the required import of the libraries. Yeah, that's done. And the last part is package manager permission granted. So this will be responsible to take the permission from the end user. Now apart from this, what I'll do is I'll create another method which will be like a public void button image do bytes, and now I'll go back to layout quickly. I'll complete the layout part. So I'll put a button and you can name this button anything. I'll name it almost similar images to bytes array, and I'll give it some constraints, and also make sure the onClick attribute of this particular button is associated with that particular method just now we defined in the Java code. Also, I'll do one thing. I will use this text view to print my output. So I'll give it some ID, and also I'll increase its size of text so that it's clearly visible when we run it in the app. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So that's all. I'll go back to my Java code, and first and foremost what I can do is I can create a class variables for text view, the widget part, and in the on create itself I will make sure that I associate it with the required widget find by id r.id.textview. I could have done it in my this method also, but yeah, I prefer to do it in the on create method. So once I have it, now I will have to access first some image file. So I'll do one thing. I'll first go to my in the emulator. I'll go to my files, and over here in the downloads folder I have few files, right? So I can just try with images.jpg files. So that's what I'll try probably. So let me come back and create something called a storage manager using the storage service of the get system service. The storage service. I may have to cast it to the storage manager. Yeah, just do it, and then I'll fetch the storage volume, which is basically a download folder. So storage manager get the storage volume dot get 0 is I guess for internal storage, and then from this I'll fetch the file image. Okay, press alt enter so that yeah required import is taken care. I'll come back and here do get directory dot get path. Yeah, so this will take me to the path of the Okay, I think I should have done one thing. Wait. Part of the download folder, but this should be wrapped around new file, and this should be the correct syntax. Yeah, and over here I'll append the file name, which is basically in download folder slash images dot jpg. I'm not sure why this is giving an error. Okay, probably I should use this slash, not the other one. Let me see if it works. Yeah, this works. No, perfect. Now once I have it, now I'll do one thing. I'll create a bytes array. No, not this one. Byte. Okay, and this I will use the file image to convert into the bytes array by using files dot read all bytes. Yeah, this is the one which I need, and then you can get the path here. I'm not sure what it says. Adapt argument path. So we're saying, so okay, I can do one thing with, instead of doing a get path, so which returns a string, so it doesn't need a string, it needs a path variable. So I can do one, instead of, I can just simply do two. Yeah, this should work fine. No, what's the problem? The try catch. Okay, you can always do that. And once I have it, then I can print this output in the text view. Text, of course it doesn't make sense, but I have to display the output somewhere, right? So that's why I'm just converting into a to string to display. It's not a right approach for string. So I'm just rerunning the code and see how it comes up. So code is simple. It's just basically one line of the command. Do this files.read all bytes. However, in this code, I also wanted to show you how you can access a file from your download folder. Perfect. The app has come up. So let's wait for it to load. I click on it. So it's saying, okay, I think I should have waited a bit. Allow all. I'll have to rerun it, because until then the permissions are not there, right? So it can't access the files content. So it's coming up again. This one I should be a bit patient. Perfect. So if you see, it returns the address of this bytes, because it's just the address of that array what we are printing here. So I can do one more thing with it. Instead of address, I can print the length over here. Yeah, I don't think I need to string. Yes, and let me rerun and see how it comes up. So this way we'll get the total length of the our image file, which is getting converted into a byte file. So this will be helpful if you want to store it in some kind of database and all. So that's when it's useful. So my app has crashed, no issues. Let me rerun it and see. But before I rerun, I think the problem is in this particular line where we are printing the length. So I'll do one thing. I'll just put a value of this particular method. This will make sure that integers are taken care as a string form. So let me see if it works. Hopefully it will work. Perfect. So if you see, no, it's working. It's printing some number which is hopefully the length of the this particular conversion to the bytes array. So that's all I wanted to show you. If you debug, you can also of course see the individual. Okay, I can do that also very quickly. I'll start in the debug mode where we can quickly see the individual values of the bytes. You can even print it, but that's, I mean, it's easier for me to show in a debug mode. So if you see, notice here all the numbers are there. So this is the, and yeah, it's a long number of course. So these are the individual content of the bytes array of individual element, and over here it will print the respective length of the 7581 is what the answer is. So if I compute it, 7581 it runs here. So that's all. I hope this video is useful to you. If you have any questions or suggestions, then please put in the comment section below. And if you like this video, then please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.